What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here and welcome to the Tech Loft. This is a new series that I'm so excited to bring you throughout many episodes, where I'm going to be showing you guys a space that I've built that is not only a studio, but also a relaxing space, a workspace as well, and one that showcases the ultimate combination of beauty, technology, and style. This is really a dream setup because I have been a huge fan of their products for so many years, and as a Scandinavian company, someone who appreciates design, you guys have seen over the years that I've talked about well-designed tech products, how they blend in with the space, and ultimately how they contribute to the overall experience in blending technology with aesthetic. And I feel like Bang & Olufsen is the perfect company that exemplifies luxury, quality, and innovation in the space of audio products. So here's a breakdown of the Loft setup. You have the main living room, and you guys have seen from some of my past spaces, I try to make the living room a huge part of the space and essentially build everything around it. I know some people may not prefer that, but I'm a tech guy. I like to watch TV, and I feel like the space is centralized around your entertainment setup and where you're going to be unwinding and spending the most amount of time. And so it is a pretty large living room that opens up all the way to the ceiling where you guys are watching this from right now. I'm also giving away a Bang & Olufsen Beosound A9 portable speaker to you guys, so if you'd like to win, just go ahead and drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below as to what your favorite part of this setup is, along with your Instagram username, and my team will be contacting a winner in 2 weeks directly on Instagram. So throughout the whole process of designing this tech loft, I worked directly with Bang & Olufsen Vancouver showroom to actually come up with this whole conceptual design of which products go in which area of the house, and to be able to tie them all together, but also match the aesthetic of this fully custom renovation. With a minimalist Japandi and oak vibe, the whole feel of it was to be minimal, to kind of have like a relaxing and unwinding space. And as a result, it was a fun and easy integration because of the vision behind Bang & Olufsen products and the vision behind this space. And I really enjoyed working with Bang & Olufsen, who are experts of the product. I essentially told Bang & Olufsen Vancouver like the concept and the mood board, the materials that I'd chosen, and they came back with all amazing suggestions as to what would go best. They also come to your house and complete the experience by installing all of the speakers themselves, walking you through the app, setting up all of the accounts and systems for you so that you are up and ready to go and able to enjoy the full experience right away, and they're always available to answer questions. And to now be able to work with them in this ultimate project was just such a great experience, and I got to see firsthand what a luxury home speaker setup was like, and a lot of that comes with the start to finish consultation that the showroom gives you directly to ensure that it is an exact specification to your home. So the core of this entire tech loft is the living room. And behind me, I have what I would call the star of the show, the Beosound Theater, the most fancy, over-the-top, and expensive soundbar that I've ever checked out. I remember when Bang & Olufsen first announced this soundbar, I just wanted to see it in person. I thought it was such a beautiful design that takes like a typical boring soundbar and turns it into a custom piece of art depending on your setup, the type of orientation that you'd like to place it, and also adding the customizability elements that we've seen from Bang & Olufsen before in a product that kind of needed to be revolutionized from a design standpoint. I'll be the first to admit, there are a lot of amazing soundbars on the market right now at varying different price points, and when it comes to a value standpoint, there's no better time to be a tech fan because there are so many great tech products that come in at very accessible price points that deliver really good quality. But for those who are looking for something that is truly beautiful, it's unique, or goes along with the existing Bang & Olufsen system, or a system where you have some of the other speakers, say the Beolab 8s, or the 28s or 18s, which are also speakers that I've dreamed of owning one day, this is like an extension of that setup. But I feel like describing it like that is also kind of underrating it because it is supposed to be the singular audio system that you use for enjoying your multimedia on the TV, but also to listen to music. I'm gonna talk about the design first. When you take a look at the way that this has been designed, it has traditional soundbar elements because that form factor makes sense. It allows the sound to project forward, it allows it to project upwards. With the 12 built-in drivers, there is sound coming from all dimensions that are meant to give you that room-filling soundstage and experience that you expect from a high-end soundbar. On top of that though, these wooden slats and decorative elements can be completely customized to the type of wood. If your place has oak accents, you can go with the oak like I've done right here. You can also go with walnut, you can also go with black wood, keep it as fabric, or you can even get the limited edition Ferrari one that also looks absolutely insane. On top of that, you have the options to choose between different finishes of the wings and in different aluminum colors as well. Whether it is silver, gold, bronze, or black, you can just try to match it to the overall vibe. And you also align it to the size of your TV. In this setup right here, it is a 65-inch TV, and I think the proportions are really nice. And after mounting it and trying to align it with the placement of the TV, I mean, I couldn't be happier with just the way that this speaker looks. The 12 speaker drivers consist of 2 tweeters, 4 full range, 2 mid-range, as well as 1 mid-range plus a 1-inch tweeter custom made for the coax center speaker. And of course, when it comes to the bass, you have a pair of 6.5 woofer that have been custom made for the speaker with 12 power amplifiers and 800 watts of total power. When it comes to the cost itself, a lot of that of course is the design, but also as a soundbar, I mean, the quality that it is able to deliver is truly one of the best soundbars that I've ever used. I think it's that whole combination of it, having that perfectly beautiful center speaker or standalone soundbar to really anchor the entire space. But in addition to that, I found that when I was watching like movies and TV shows and just listening to music, it was like a very immersive experience that was more powerful than I could have imagined, even from a top-end soundbar. The bass was also there. The dimension throughout the sound was great. And even though nothing is going to beat a true surround setup, this is as close as you could get for a speaker that is mounted on the wall and in one singular element that spans across. With the 7.1.4 Dolby Audio support, that is where you're gonna get the most out of the soundbar. You wanna be someone who enjoys a lot of movies, wants to be able to hear that dialogue, the bass, the sound effects in their entirety. If you're just watching like TV, casually, sports, or streaming cable, you're really not gonna be able to get the most out of the soundbar. And even though there are optimizations built in that can make it sound better, it is limited by the source. And to really take advantage of that, having this combination of a new TV and the soundbar is how you're really able to enjoy it. Similar to other Bang & Olufsen products in the lineup, it also has a room sense technology, but it isn't just the typical room sense where the speaker will play a sound and use the built-in microphones to pick up the feedback of the room. It actually includes a microphone that you plug in to a headphone jack and you'll place it where you intend to sit primarily. So in this case, it's gonna be on the couch, which is about 8 to 9 feet away, and I place the microphone exactly where the couch is, and it will go through a whole calibration process that is led by the app to ensure everything is tuned perfectly. So at the end of the day, I would say that this is definitely my favorite piece in this entire living room. It's truly one of the products that I've had my eyes on since it was announced, but it definitely comes in at a very premium price point. Some people would appreciate it, others may just want a soundbar that gets the job done, but it really is made for a specific and intended audience who wants the very best in all aspects of design, material, and sound. So this behind me is the Beosound Shape, and I'm so excited to show you guys the final result because I would say it's probably one of the most unique elements that I've added to this space, and it's just one of those things where from the initial visualization of the renovation, this was like the perfect product that I had in mind. It is the Shape lineup from Bang & Olufsen, and what they allow you to do is go ahead and customize all these different tiles into exactly what you could imagine. Whether it is a grid that follows all the way upwards along the flow of your staircase, or a singular design, you can really use your imagination to decide what color, what configuration, and they actually go through the consultation process with you to not only achieve the best look, but also the best sound orientation as well. These speakers are ones that you can customize up to 40 speakers. So just imagine this wall behind me could be completely covered if you really wanted to. But I think the part that I love so much is just the attention to detail. I sat down with Bang & Olufsen Vancouver and sent them a whole different array of options in terms of color and tried to formulate what went well with the furniture, the wood tones, and the millwork before landing on this final look. I went with elements of black and gray, which is not very surprising based on some of the past designs you guys have seen me do, but I also wanted to add some warmth that can tie it to the floors and the furniture. On top of that, I also wanted it to flow along the orientation of the stairs without looking too overly symmetrical. With the place being very rectangular and tall and square, there was just elements that I wanted to round out a little bit, and so we kind of played around with this configuration tile by tile before landing on this, and as you guys can see, it perfectly aligns with the angle of the staircase, and they came in and did an incredible job setting it up, installing it, and I mean, it is completely seamless. When it comes to the actual speaker technology itself, this whole system is centered around the BeoConnect core, which is this little box that sits behind one of the speakers, and it serves as a central hub in optimizing your setup, but also allowing you to connect to Wi-Fi, the app, Bluetooth, and serving as like the home base for the speaker system. You can have 4 speakers per amplifier, and each speaker tile has a 3/4 inch tweeter and a 5 1/4 inch woofer with adaptive bass linearization, and it also has dampeners that are built in. I feel like this setup is just like a cool feat of engineering that just makes a lot of sense. Typically, you have speakers that can either be mounted on the wall on their own or integrated within the ceiling, but in this case, you have a work of art on your wall that just looks so beautifully stunning, and it's blended in, but it adds to the overall soundscape of your condo as you enjoy ambient music. During the daytime, I just have this playing all day long, whether it is lo-fi tunes while I'm working or my favorite songs, and it just has a really good effect when it comes to filling the room without being overbearing. As you pair these with other speakers, you're able to build your experience, but I think if you have a wall that you've always been trying to figure out what to put on it, and it's a wide open room where you could benefit from having a speaker setup, this is a great way to invest in a 2-in-1 setup that just looks beautiful. So the speaker that I have in the corner that kind of rounds out the entire setup is the Beosound A9. It was originally designed in 2009. And so whenever you think of the Bang & Olufsen brand, some of their most iconic pieces that you recognize the brand by are from the Beosound lineup. First off, when it comes to design, it looks beautiful, and I'm sure you've seen it in many different types of colors and finishes, and over the years, I've also seen options to be able to customize and purchase custom sleeves to really showcase your favorite design or personality, but in my case, I just wanted something that, again, went with the tones and fabrics of the place, and I absolutely love the way it looks in this oak and gold finish. I feel like this type of orientation for a speaker just makes sense. It is a round speaker on a 3-legged setup that pegs in, and it is able to really just sit in any dead corner. When it comes to the technical standpoint, this speaker features 7 custom-built drivers. It's consisted of 2 tweeters, 2 3-inch mid-range drivers, and of course an 8-inch woofer for the bass. This combines for 1500 watts of power, and so when I turned it on and started to play my music, I was honestly impressed by just how much sound it was able to produce despite its larger form factor, but still relatively compact given that amount of power. But I mean, it was able to fill up this entire loft so nicely with just one speaker. And obviously when I combined it with the other speakers in the setup right here, it took that experience to the whole new level. But if I could think of one speaker that is the perfect home or room filling speaker that delivers exceptional design and great sound quality, I mean, this is the one that I would go with. I've got to say, I had some high expectations for the A9 when it came to sound quality due to its price, but I was very impressed. On top of that, you have your controls on the top that go along like the disc of the speaker. You can change the volume, pause, and skip. In the beginning, it does take a bit of getting used to, but you can also control everything from the app, which is what I primarily did. And on top of that, the app itself allows you to pick the profile, just like any other Bang & Olufsen speaker, along with streaming your music and controlling it from there. And with the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, AirPlay 2, and Chromecast, you're able to stream music through multiple methods. And on top of that, it also has Ethernet if you want to go ahead and hardwire it in for connection reliability. Some of the other features include active room compensation. This is a great feature, especially in a large room, to be able to fine-tune the speaker based on its given placement and the parameters of the room. In some perfect scenarios, you're sitting in a closed off room and your speaker is able to just be set up in a way where it is optimal right off the bat. But in this case, we have high ceilings, we also have an open side that leads into the kitchen, windows on one side, that the active room compensation is able to send off signals, utilize the internal microphone, and from there be able to fine tune the soundstage to give you an immersive and full experience that is customized to its environment. Honestly, if you were looking for one solid speaker that looks great, you're willing to invest the money, but at the same time you have great audio technology, I would say the A9 is the one to go ahead and check out. So when it comes to portable home speakers, this is the Beosound Level, and it's like the latest and greatest from Bang & Olufsen when it comes to portable home speakers, as you can add it to your whole setup that already exists within some of the speakers that are installed in the wall, for example, and are more permanent, ones that you can like kind of move around, but this is one that you can truly put anywhere in the house. Some of the other portable Bang & Olufsen speakers that I've tried in the past include the travel speaker, as well as the Beolit 20, and I also have the Beosound Emerge in my house, and those are all speakers that are nice because you can kind of use them to fill in different spaces in your house, but also be able to enjoy it, in this case, everywhere. The Beosound Level is one that I personally have in my kitchen or in my bedroom, and wherever you go, you just go ahead and lift it up, carry it around, and you are good to go. When it comes to design, just like everything else, you have the option between a simple fabric, or you can also get the wood and aluminum combination like this. I mean, the oak color as well as the champagne accents are absolutely beautiful. And it just ties into the elements of my space with the slatted walls in the bedroom, the oak kitchen, the theater speakers, but the slat alone is very synonymous of the Bang & Olufsen lineup, as you also see it on the Beolab 28s and also on the Beolab 8s. It is meant to be a portable Wi-Fi home speaker that features a 5-driver setup, including 2 tweeters, 1 full range, and 2 woofers, with a total output of 105 watts. You can stream with Google Cast, AirPlay, Bluetooth, and Beolink, and you can also stereo pair it with another unit of the Level if you want to combine it. The battery life is 16 hours, which is really long, but the charging mechanism is also really cool. It's like this little magnet with a braided cable, so whether you decide to have it at like a home base, playing permanently as a home speaker that is just an extension to your setup, or you want to detach it and bring it with you to another part of the house or on the go, you really do have the option of versatility here. As for sound quality, it delivers a really full sound. It is a speaker that is mid-sized. It isn't exactly the largest portable speaker, but it isn't small by any means. And with the 5-driver setup, you do have a pretty good level of dimension, just enough bass, but I noticed that the highs and the mids were very clear throughout. And for listening to music, when it comes to a premium Bluetooth speaker, it is the best that Bang & Olufsen has to offer. I found that the Beolit has more bass, and I also found that the portable speaker focuses on its form factor of just having a very balanced and clear sound without trying to overcompensate with the bass. And I think Bang & Olufsen just does a really good job within their lineup of tuning the speakers characteristically and having the type of setup that not only projects above its weight class when it comes to the actual like sound and fullness, but it does so in a way where the different dimensions of audio are able to ring out effectively, tune itself to the room without trying to overcompensate on one side or another, because that's where you get a really muddy sound when a speaker is just trying to be more than what it's meant for. But I think this oak slatted finish with the champagne metal design looks so great. And no matter where I place it in the house, it looks amazing. So when it comes to bringing everything together with the Bang & Olufsen app, it's great that you're able to set up different spaces and zones within your properties, or also for each room of the house, depending on the network and ecosystem that you're trying to build. With the ability to stream via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, have all the supported platforms, I found the app to just be very intuitive in keeping up with all of my speakers, being able to customize all the different functions when it comes to the sound profile, radio station, and also have the ability to allow everyone else in the household or people who come over to add to the playlist as well. The ecosystem being one that I would say is relatively proprietary in a lot of ways, still had the perfect amount of balance when it comes to being able to work with everything. But I just love how their ecosystem has always been so easy to understand, and I'm sure, as you guys know in this industry, it's very easy to make a proprietary app ecosystem that just doesn't work and one that nobody understands. But in this case, I found that it was just a joy to use, and I'm also someone who keeps up with software updates to all these products all the time, as soon as possible, whenever there is one. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna have many episodes coming up of this ultimate tech loft. You guys know how much I love lofts. My first office was a loft, and that was our most viewed home series to date. And I'm just excited to show you guys this dream space after it has all come together in what has become a beautiful and relaxing studio that I try to spend some time in as much as possible. It's a little bit different from my primary residence, but I think a lot of pieces, for those who have watched the channel for a while, are still very much in line with style that you've seen from me over the years. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's a little bit of a different one where we're taking a look at what is essentially the top tier of premium in the audio space. For those who are looking to really pick something that looks incredible, are willing and able to spend the money for a product and ecosystem like this. And I think what's fun about being a tech reviewer is that we check out products that are absolutely crazy, beautiful, and what might be a little bit out of the ordinary or mainstream, but also check out products that deliver incredible value at budget price points for those who are just looking for the bread and butter of performance. But thanks for watching this first episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.